Well, hello, y'all. Good morning. It's afternoon. Well, technically, it's still morning. Just happened. Oh, guess who's here? The beard. Hashtag the beard is here. Actually, just happened to be driving by. Saw a government vehicle parked on Marlett just a few moments ago, and I noticed that they were, in fact, just sitting there. So we decided to see what they were up to. Happened to be driving down Hoff, where lost the car actually on my mind. Mainly slowed down because, as we will see here in a moment, CHP is here, as well as the kill team, I'm assuming, which ironically is the next door neighbor to the house that was at yesterday afternoon that Carrie showed up to, that Sergeant Helms was current. And believe it or not, hashtag the beard is here today again with his personal vehicle that he doesn't know what vehicle he drove that last time or a couple times ago. But of course we're going to come here and film for a little bit. Not sure I'll be able to see anything. It was actually a worse viewing situation from yesterday. But I know. Hashtag the beard.
No, I don't know about that. How you doing today?
Good. Yourself?
Good. No mom with you today?
Yeah, she's sitting in the car.
Oh, okay.
No, not really.
No?
You can see him a little bit walking around in the back.
No. Let's see. I don't see anything. You know what you could do is get one of those like cherry pick trucks, you know, like the Edison things.
That would be nice.
Right?
Y'all just happen to show up at the house next door, huh?
Like I told you yesterday, I don't know where they're going to or their house they go to until we get there that day, so.
How are we doing today?
Good. Yourself?
Glorious day.
Definitely a kill site. You can see the truck showing up with trash cans. I
Just
do
be
not
careful,
know.
Billy. There's like screws and some glass and stuff. I know you're barefoot again, so.
Yeah, I keep forgetting to grab my shoes. I don't want to wear my steel-toe boots. Let's get
Too hot?
too hot and feet, I wear them enough at work.
You get some sandals.
Yeah, I could do that. Maybe I will grab some later on today. Plus, steel-toe boots don't really accessorize with shorts.
Bring you some sandals, man. Get some nice sandals and you're good. Protected from the glass. Plus, who knows? You know, when it starts to get hotter.
Yeah. No tape today?
Well, it's the difference, I guess, between yesterday and today. I mean, there's got a gate over there. It's not really a gate over here. It's just kind of the property line. So you got their cars kind of blocking the area. There's CDFAs in the driveway. It's not really just case by case. It's going to be a killing, Jim. The only reason I assume that is because we're back out again. I was trying to see if I can see movement. That truck right there has actually got trash cans inside of it. When it pulled up a moment ago, you can see them. And you can actually see the individual on the far side gearing up. Actually, yes, Amanda, they are at it again today. This is actually the neighbor of the individual from yesterday that my mother actually took over for a little while on. I don't know, Amanda, if the homeowner is present or not. Actually, I'm on Trough. I am on Trough, real close to Limonite. I don't know, Jim. Again, I literally stumbled upon this location. I was happening to drive down this street and I saw CHP pulled over here, so I was like, oh, neighbor's house. As I live real close to here, you actually see over there, there's truck trash cans in it, individuals gearing up over there as well. There's two CHP officers here, as well as Sergeant Helm is also here again today. It's going to stop when CDFA is certified that they have spent all their money. I really don't think it will stop before then. You know, all that money, they have to spend it, so not like a government agency wants to give money back. Especially in the state of California.
Hey, Billy, do me a favor. Don't lean on the other people's cars. You're good over here, just where you're at. But just, yeah.
This individual just walked off the property, no decontamination, no spraying his feet, just walked on the property and walked right back off. So if there is something here, he just drug it out with him. Yes, hashtag the beard is actually here, right there. Actually, you referred to Mr. Beard today.
Mr. Beard. Oh, man.
You
Some
will.
politeness.
So not on the hate crew yet.
Yeah.
Give him a little time though.
The hate crew must have slept in. You know what I almost did today is I had some blue painter's tape. I was going to put H. Bush over my name, just, you know.
Oh, for Harry Bush?
But then the only thing though is then I would have been covering my name, which could have been bad. So.
Yes, it would be technically a violation of uniform code, wouldn't it? Huh. What's up? You guys got like a special going on with Dodge or what? We all seem to be driving Dodge. Even you drive a Dodge.
Whatever the state gives me, I drive. I have no say in what they give me. If I did, I'd have one of those autopilot Teslas so I could just chill. Maybe Dodge is in on the conspiracy planting the virus, right?
If there is a virus.
If there is, exactly, if there is a virus. Or, actually it's Ram, because Dodge
Dodge is Ram.
Ram's its own thing.
Right. The address here is 6130 Marlett. I'm sorry, Troth. Sorry, we're on Troth. We're not on Marlett. It's 6130 Troth. Actually, the neighbor's vehicle is not here, so I cannot ask her.
Is this your house?
Yeah, it's in my house.
Alright, let me get someone from CF so they'll kind of explain to you.
Actually, it would be if the owner is not aware of what's going on. The owner just now showed up. So it turns out CDFA entered the property, which means it's probably a warrant. The homeowner was not in fact aware. The homeowner just now showed up, walked up, and they're like, "You live here?" She's like, "Yeah."
Everything. I just got here.
I did. Actually, I can't talk to her as they've already pulled her down there, and they like to separate us from the people. She was not happy that they were here. Again, totally unaware that they were going to be here today by her demeanor. Unfortunately, Ruth, as the warrant's already been served, I cannot step on property because I have no legal standing here, is the official sense, our answer we get. But she actually is not very happy. I don't know if you've been able to hear any of her comments. I can hear her. I can't really make out what he's saying. She says that her birds are not sick. She's not happy they're here. She's not happy that they're coming to euthanize. She's telling him if they were sick, she'd have no problem with it, but her birds aren't sick, and that the killing of the birds is inhumane and inappropriate. Can you all hear her? She's telling him it's not about the money. She really isn't worried about the money. She said her children are worried about them killing more than just the birds. They've got pigs back there and other animals. Are they just going to come here and kill them as well? Her son is actually on the property. He called her crying. She's asking why weren't she notified yesterday that they were going to come here today, so this way she could have at least done something with her son, so her son could have been prepared for this. But they are actually unaware that they were coming today.
Setting is like, I don't even know how to word it. Like,
The individual, he says that this is not something he wants to do, that he wishes there was another way. That is the CDFA official stating that. No, there is no warrant posted on any door. There is no notification of any kind on the door. The individual in the blue shirt says he raises chickens and he feels the same way she does. Well, I'm sure she's aware of it, as her son is here. He was in the house. He called his mother, which is the lady right there in the blue shirt, crying, concerned that they were going to kill other things other than chickens. And she's already confronted him with that. They're referring to 2002, the incident that was out here. As the method that was used then and seemed to work so well, so they're using that same tactic again this time. Now he's blowing smoke up her butt. He's telling her how she's done everything she's supposed to do. Her birds are healthy. Her birds appear to be healthy. That she's done everything she's supposed to do. They're caged up. There is biosecurity in effect. He says, unfortunately, your neighbor didn't do what they were supposed to do, and that's why we have to come in and euthanize your birds now. This is the city of Mariloma, and we are currently on Trough Street. Nearest cross street would be Limonite. The address is 6130 Trough. Yes, that's what I'm gathering from both her and actually CDFA official. There has been no contact with her birds and anything else. That they are actually caged up, have been caged up. Again, he stated with my own ears, I heard him say that she's doing everything she was supposed to have done, but he tries to blame a neighbor for them being here today. I'm assuming it's a warrant, as the lady in the blue with the purse on her shoulder is the resident. She was not here when CDF came and CHP came. She was not present. She actually showed up while I was filming and was relatively upset that they were here. She says that they were unaware that they were coming out today. She has actually blasted the CDFA official about the way they're doing things, told him this is inhumane, her birds are healthy, and he's trying to blame other individuals. Supposedly, I'm assuming they give paperwork to her son, because her son called her up hysterical, crying, and was concerned about them killing her other animals that are on the property. She says that they have not been tested. Her birds are not sick, and that if they were sick, it'd be a different story. She would have no problem with them euthanizing her birds. But as she does not have sick birds and there's been no testing done for her, she has a huge problem with it. So she's aware that they're killing the birds. She's totally aware of it. Unfortunately, I think it was a warrant, as they entered the property without her being here. And I would assume that her child would be a minor child, and she is not a very old mother. No, there was no notice given. She was totally unaware they were coming. Like I said, her son actually called her. I'm assuming she was at work by the way she's dressed. They're actually inviting her to go back there now. I would assume the son is a minor, as he called, again, going based on the comments that I heard, he called her hysterical, worried about them going to kill other animals. She referred to a pig and a goat. She said that people out here have animals, and that this is inhumane, and she does not have sick animals. Unfortunately, Deanna, if it's a warrant, there's nothing she can do. She can tell them all she wants, which by them technically entering the property with a minor child here, I'm assuming it was a warrant that they were just able to gain access by that. I'm assuming they're killing birds. There are individuals back there in the spacesuits. There has been the truck with trash cans is also here. So, right, they won't kill him, but the child, it was called the mother hysterically concerned that they would. Again, the child was probably unaware of what was going to happen. She said that she'd wish she had had some kind of notice. This way she could have got her child out of here or prepared her child for it, which to me, that also leads to me to believe that it is a minor child that is present in this house. They're not seeing the immediate neighbor, they're seeing a neighbor. They're not referring to a specific neighbor. I'm assuming they're going to, again, go back to, this is well within the mile radius of the location that was near El Toro Meat Market by Limelight and Etowanda. This is well within that mile radius, and this would be within the mile radius of what CDFA claimed were sick birds. Again, there's no way they would know what they were sick from, as the test results won't be back yet. Still a few days before results would even be available. This is actually Trough Street The address is 6130 Trout Street, the city of Mariloma. Oh, my ringer was on? I'm going to turn it off real quick. I didn't even realize it was on. There we go. My ringer is now off. It won't go off again. No more Star Wars.
Billy, you want water or anything?
No, I'm good. I actually just had a soda before I got here. Thank you, though.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Lisa, I do share that message as much as I can. People tend to heed it. Some people tend to heed it. Some don't. Some think that it can't happen to them. It won't happen to them. But it just showed time and time again, it will and it can. Yes, the hashtag the beard is actually present. Yeah, he just offered me a water. Hashtag the beard is here. Also, Sergeant Helms is also on scene as well. It's the city of Mariloma. The address is 6130 Trough Street. It's actually right smack in the heart of Mariloma.
That's that guy from there, Mitch. Hey, do you know Mitch? Yeah, he works for you. You know Mitch, tall, blonde guy. No, he's out of your you know. He's the one that delivers to the
He actually asked me if I wanted water or anything. I said I had a soda already prior to arriving here.
He's a tall, shorter, average height guy? Yeah.
Tall, shorter, average height guy?
Yeah.
That's like 100% of the population.
That's what I'm saying. When we're like eating and somebody comes up and goes, hey, do you know Scott? And they're like, yeah, you know, he's a tall, short, average height guy. And we're like, oh yeah, that guy.
White, Caucasian, Mexican?
Exactly.
Animal services or just AC?
It said animal control.
Yeah, it's the dog pound.
Oh, the door though.
Did it say Los Angeles?
The ghost door.
On the left, it looked like it said Los Angeles.
No, it's Riverside.
I wonder why it
The
would
Los
say.
Angeles Animal Shelter of Riverside. Kind of like angels.
Yeah, Los Angeles. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, right? That's the Los Angeles Animal Control of Riverside.
Actually, I do see the child now. He is a minor. He cannot be more than 8, 9 years old. He's actually back there. He's walking around right now. So, the son is about 8, 9 years old. That's who contacted. That would be the one who probably called his
Say
mother.
Disneyland Angels. People would know. Oh, I know exactly where that's at. They're right now. Tell her.
Wise you are, Mago. Strongest force with the force is strong with you.
They were then, right? Okay. Maybe wants to go check out Star Wars Land now that it's open to the public.
Well, I'm assuming it's a warrant as
Not now.
that's the only way they can technically enter the property. They did that with Carrie's children as well. They're minors. Here comes actually dead birds.
I was just told that you didn't have to have a reservation. Yes, we have an annual pass.
So I'm assuming they came with a warrant. Susan, if they enter with a warrant, there's not a whole lot anyone can do. That is a bulk warrant that's no address, no homeowner, but it's not a criminal warrant, it's an administrative warrant. And as such, that is signed by theoretically a judge in good standing within the state of California. So as such, they will enforce it as if it is a valid warrant to go onto the property, and with a warrant, it's considered a search warrant. With such, they do not need the homeowner's consent. They do not need the homeowner to be present. They can enter the property by any means necessary that they feel is reasonable. Yes, his mom actually showed up a few moments ago. It was on feed. She was not happy. She got a call from her son, who was here, who was concerned that they were going to kill most of the other animals, which is a concern that she had shared with CDFA. The CDFA representative, who I do not see right now, told her they wish there was another way they can do this, but this is the only way they have, the only method they have, which is not. Oh, look, it's Mr. Andrew Halbert. He's been missing in action for a little bit. Agent 23 is actually back. I haven't seen him in a hot minute. The euthanasia team leader. Actually, this is as close as I can get to the door right now. There is nothing on the door. The door is completely and totally blank. It is a security screen door with nothing on it. So many times I can't even count, Cynthia. I've stopped counting. Because there is nobody here spraying due to the immediate departure of the backyard. The closest is a canopy that they've got set up over there. I don't know if we can make it out or not. It's probably 50 feet, maybe 100 feet back into the backyard itself. Mom, actually, I haven't seen him do anything. Unlike yesterday where they had an individual standing at the edge of the property line to stop from being sprayed with Lysol, there is nobody today with a can of Lysol anywhere to be seen.
Hey, when you brought that trash can out, did you notice the outside of it?
No, I did not. What?
It was wet.
Yeah, I noticed. Oh, yeah, that.
Yeah. So my guess, because I haven't been back there, is maybe they're spraying on a site that were different.
It's possible. Well, that's why I said there's a canopy that I can't see. I don't know what they're doing underneath that canopy. They could be. I just know, like yesterday, they had the individual right here.
Yeah.
Here, they don't actually have that today. So it's very possible. I mean, I'll grant that. It's very possible they are spraying underneath the canopy.
I can go find out for you. I don't want your people getting all
Oh, of
upset
course you know they're gonna
thinking
be.
thinking they're, you know, not spraying.
Because I can see somebody standing under the canopy. I just can't tell what they're doing.
We need to get us a canopy, right?
Yes, that would be nice. Canopy and a chair.
Hey, I have a chair if you want a chair.
Oh, you guys are almost gone now. They're bringing birds out. You guys are going to be leaving here within, I'd say, 10 minutes.
Yeah. Maybe. Be nice. I'm hungry. Well, if you find us at the next location, remind me about that chair.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to go grab me a bite to eat first.
All right.
I haven't had breakfast yet, so.
No?
No. We were actually going to go get breakfast, and we just happened to come down here and see you guys.
Is there a good breakfast spot on this street or what?
Right here, the little Mexican spot by Jack in the Box.
Yeah?
Mexican food. Real good Mexican food.
Shout out. What's it called?
Honestly, it's got a weird Mexican name that I don't even want to try to pronounce.
What's it on? Limonite? Is that Limonite?
Yeah, it's Limelight right here. It's right here on the corner of Limelight and Etowanda, right beside.
You can go for a good breakfast.
Limonite right here.
Yeah, Limelight and Etowanda.
So there's, alright.
It's like Marsusco's de Europan or something like that.
Well, there's Casadillas.
That's actually not bad. That's inside the shopping center by
Okay.
Stater Brothers.
Taquera Don something or other. Oh yeah, Mariscos.
Yeah, that wherever that
Well,
last one is.
Yeah.
They sprayed them down. They sprayed the trash cans down.
They did.
That's what they told me. They said they did.
No, I'd say there's a canopy back there. I can't see what they're doing.
Yeah, you can see when they come out. You can see the.
Yeah, I saw the trash can. You said last time. The last time I was actually went out of my way to look. Where's your buddy?
You don't want any of my nuts? Want some nuts? Some small ones?
Oh, I'm good, thank you. You got me with, can you want some of my nuts? I was like, nah, I'm good.
All right. See where we're gonna go next.
Oh, so much for your lunch.
Brought lunch.
Oh.
Something stashed in my beard.
Oh, stashed in the beer right there by the chickens you're hiding.
Yeah.
Energy expended. Mike.
They're actually getting their next location right now. Of course, they're not going to let me near them. Here.
There is a canopy that was, I'm assuming, belongs to the homeowner, as they didn't break it down. It's actually in the backyard there, probably about 75 feet, maybe 100 feet back. I'm assuming that's where they were spraying. There's a couple of trash cans I did notice. The first one I didn't see it. The second and third trash can they brought out, I did notice were in fact were wet. So I'm assuming they were spraying the property, or people back there.
I read the email.
So you can see they're actually packing up and leaving now. According to him, they are actually allowed to. There was a video posted last night that showed another CHP officer with a beard.
Hey, is your mom coming back for you? Or
Yeah, she's coming back. She's actually,
You good?
yeah, I'm good.
You need call text her so you don't stop the video, or
No.
you good?
She should be around here somewhere.
Alright, cool.
She's actually watching live, so.
Alright. So there you go.
All right.
Don't want to leave you out here. Do your thing, so.
The homeowner just walked by right now. She looks rather upset, so I don't know if I really want to go and make things worse for her. There's her son. Again, I don't want to film him as a minor. Looks like she's actually going back to work. Yeah, they're actually heading out now. They're CDFA is pretty much left. There's only one truck left from CDFA. I'm sorry, correction, 2 trucks. They're all heading out right now. One of the CHP trucks have already left. Our vehicles have already left. All the engines are running. The cars that are near me. I'll talk to her if she sits around, but like I said, I believe she's leaving. I believe she's heading back to work. I'm assuming she was at work when her child called her. So before I go talk to, well, no, she's actually leaving, so I'm not gonna be able to speak with her. Oh, maybe, actually, no, she might be pulling into the property. Yeah, she's actually is just putting her car in the driveway. I'll go see if she'll speak with me for a moment here. Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
I know you're the homeowner. I know you were relatively upset when they showed up.
Yeah.
Based on your conversation that I could hear, you were unaware, correct?
I wasn't aware. And the thing is, like I said, like I told them before, it was like, okay, I thought that if you guys are doing it, if the birds are sick or something, right? But apparently, no, they're not even checking.
No, they're not.
They're not.
They are.
Like,
What they're doing is they're actually testing immediately before they place them in the trash can.
and what they say, exactly after they're dead.
Yes.
So it's like, for what? And like I told them, I was like, that's why when I saw it yesterday, I didn't do anything because my birds are well kept in. Every single one had their individual cage. They're all cleaned. And it's not like if I had like thousands to sell or for anything. Then my son just had got little birds, the little chickens. So it was probably like 10, I think, that it was born barely last week. And I was like, and they were all individually caged. You can even go in and see. It's like, and that's what they say, well, you guys are doing anything wrong, everything as well. I was like, then it's like, oh, if everybody else does it, then you're assuming mine do too? If they're well taken care of, if we treat, birds like, come on. And I told them, I was like, for me, that's unhuman what you guys are just doing.
Right.
Even like my son, he was all crying because just get here like that.
I'm assuming they served a warrant to your son or something?
No.
They just came on the
They
property?
just came in on the property. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And like I say, I mean, my daughter, she went to the store, and when my daughter was in the store, my son was calling me. It's like, oh, police are here. It's like, oh, why or what happened? Call my daughter. She gets here. She doesn't know what's going on. And they told her, oh, you need to sign instead of waiting for the homeowner to get here and sign, right?
Right.
For me, that would be the perfect thing to do.
Actually, how old is your daughter?
She's 19.
Okay,
but
so
still,
yeah.
you know, it's still.
Actually, they're supposed to wait for the bird owner.
Exactly. My daughter is not the bird owner because my daughter, she can, you know. And it's like, really?
So basically they bullied her into signing the
Oh
paperwork.
yeah, they told her if you don't, we're gonna come in regardless, either you sign or not. It's better if you let us come in on the nice way. If not, I mean, we're just gonna come in.
Right.
And then that's what I told them because they told my daughter, I mean, and if you don't let us in, we're going to kill the birds and your parents are not going to get anything of it. And like I told them, I don't care about the money. Like, we don't have the birds to make profit of it. Like, we have it because my son loves them and my son likes them, right? It's like, I don't even care about the money. It's about the fact how you're doing it. I was like, do you think I would want my son to be here and see all this? Plus, if they're not infected, if they're not sick, just to kill them, just to kill.
Right.
You know, for me, that was like, that's what I told them. I was like, and I'm really upset. I was like,
Well,
I'm
they're
extremely
telling
upset.
people that somebody in the area has gotten sick. I actually went to the location that they claimed it. The problem is the birds were only killed 3 days ago, so they don't even have the results of that test yet.
How
So
do they know that?
exactly, they don't have no idea if the bird was sick, what it was sick of. They're just using it as an excuse. A lot of times they're actually not even sick birds in the area. They're just telling people that.
Yeah, and that's what I told him. I was like, well, I have a little pig, a mini pig. I was like, and I have a dog. Are you guys going to come and kill them too? I was like, and I bet you, and I told him, I was like, I bet you if you would come and see my dog that is not fed or something, you could take me to jail because I'm, you know, being cruel to the animal. I was like, but yeah, you can come and kill me. Just like that. You know, it's like, but what can you do, right?
Unfortunately,
What can you do? They're like, oh, we already have everything signed. So when I got here, they're already killing them.
yeah, they're
It's not like
already-
they're already wait for me or for anything.
No, they don't wait. They don't wait for anybody.
You know, and it's like, and like I told them, I was like, you just guys don't understand. You don't understand. We don't have them for making a business or anything. And I was like, and they're clean. And I told them, I was like, when we saw you guys came here yesterday, I couldn't take my birds out. I was like, but I said, okay, if you guys are being fair and doing what you're supposed to be doing, you will come and see how the birds are and test them. I was like, I'm sure my birds are not sick because they're well taken care of. They're all in cages, individual cages. It's not like they're all there together. And like I said, you can even go back.
So they
and see.
they don't actually have any contact with each other.
No. You can even come and see how they are, individual cages.
Do you mind if I do?
Yeah. Well, I thought this area, that's the purpose of having animals. You having even like individually have their own spot all the way in the back. And they had clean water, clean everything because they've been cleaned every day. Because like I say, my son has them as a pet,
Right.
not us for anything else. So even the little pig is in that first cage. So we even have everything separate.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see the individual cages.
When we had the little birds where they were completely separate as the older ones. Food is all, you know, covered and everything. So like I said, I don't even see where they could get something that, but, you know, it's done great. And I think we had 11? 11 next to, because one of the chicken was already with eggs.
Oh, okay.
Plus the 10 little birds. Their food is in that blue bucket, the bag. Where's the red one? Oh, the one over there.
Oh, you actually see the
That one's
bag.
for the pig. This is a little pig where we have them, like I say.
Oh, it's a baby.
Oh, jeez. actually like a couple months already. She's a mini pig.
Oh, she's a mini.
Mini. You can see, look at them. They're all separated.
Yeah, there's actually a fairly good, decent sized gap between each cage.
And it was only one in each cage. It's not like if we had like, I say more than one in each cage. They're all separated. The little ones were in those cages, separated too, because there were 10.
Right.
So, as you see, I don't see, I mean, cages are clean. Everything's clean.
Yeah, there's a way that they had contact with any outside animal whatsoever.
You see, and they're in cages all the time. All the time, as you can see.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't even have contact with each other. So even if there'd been one sick bird, they wouldn't have no way to pass it.
And they know, because, I mean, they can literally see them have individual water. Everything was individually, you know?
Yeah.
So, and the little ones were over there in that little cage. So, it's just frustrated, you know?
Yeah.
That they're just coming and killing the animals just like that.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're just doing what they want to do.
Yeah, because here's where we had the chicken with the eggs in this little cage in there. Because my son was trying to learn how to do all that.
Did they inform you that they will be back to check your property?
They said that somebody else is going to come later on to tell me what they took.
They didn't even bother to tell you.
No.
Oh, that was nice of them.
Yeah, I don't even know. Like, my son told me how many eggs there were there. They didn't tell me anything. I know there were 10. There were 10 little ones. 10 little ones. How many chickens there were?
9.
9 chickens. I didn't even know.
11 eggs.
He took care of them, you know, all the time, and they're all well taken care of. You even see the little pig. I mean, cage clean, everything clean. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of frustrating.
Yeah, it is.
And then they say that probably by the end of the year it can be good to go to restock. Like if it's just
Yeah, like it's nothing.
material that we can just
Just replace like that,
replace
it's
like
nothing.
that. Yeah, some of the chickens were pretty expensive, like I said, because he liked them, and
Yeah, unfortunately, they're only going to pay you like $14 a bird.
some of them were like $500. But like I said, because he liked them,
Right.
he wanted them for a birthday gift and stuff like that. But
They don't care.
they don't care.
They don't care.
They don't care. So, yep. I always wanted to be with the birds. And we were about to get him some birds. Luckily we didn't. As you see, we were barely put into cages for the birds because
Yeah.
we wanted it some. Luckily we didn't.
I'm sorry for your guys' loss. I mean, I know it's terrible. Unfortunately, this isn't my first site I've been to.
Really?
Yeah. I actually have been approximately from here to that tree while they were euthanizing.
Well, you would have come in. I was so mad that I didn't even like.
Actually, because they had beaten me here, they wouldn't let me on.
Oh, they wouldn't?
No.
Even if it's my house and I told you can come
Yes,
in?
ma'am.
Really?
Yes, ma'am. They are claiming that, well, what it is, like yesterday, we had, was it yesterday? Yeah. Yesterday, there's a location not far from here that's got ducks. And because we beat them there, we had actually had the press enterprise with us. We also had supporters from our watchdog group. They actually canceled it because of the fact that they don't want the publicity. They don't want us to see how they're doing it. They don't want the public to be aware of it.
Okay.
They're trying to do everything, behind closed doors.
Yeah, because like I said, if they would have come and see, like, without checking, how would they just kill them? You know? But things are done already. Nothing we can do about it.
No, unfortunately. And unfortunately, you won't be able to get any more birds for some time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what they said. They said that probably by the end of the year.
Yeah, they will come back during that time. They will come back to make sure you're not putting birds.
So not even the little birds home or anything?
Nothing. I wouldn't.
I wouldn't even
because they will attempt to use it. They'll euthanize new birds, and they'll attempt to use that as to continue your time period.
Wow.
It's technically that time period from the time they actually euthanize.
Wow. Well, Okay, cool. What, are you gonna come later on? And then he tried to say, well, do you know that pigs can get influenza? I was like,
Yes, they're actually, our watch group actually got a post of it the other day. USDA posted on their website about African swine flu. Now, granted, they have said there's been no confirmed cases in the United States yet, but they're setting it up for possible coming through and killing again?
He's like, just make sure he watches. I was like, he does. I mean, he does. He knows that every time he gets an animal, he watches sense if he's gonna eat or anything. I was like, he's 12. He knows. So I was like, and as you see, the animals, we keep them as pets, not
Right.
because. But let's see what it says next, right?
Yeah. I mean, this is where we're watching that. We're also keeping tabs on that, like you said, because we're not really sure. They pulled this stunt back in 2002, 2003. The only difference between now and then is back then it was probably more than likely there was that disease because birds were dying in the street, literally wild birds. This time around there are none.
Yeah.
And they're trying to say, oh, wild birds are more resilient. They're not any more resilient than any other bird.
Yeah, definitely. It's like, it's crazy. It's crazy. But what can we do, right?
Not a whole lot. Unfortunately, an individual can't really fight the state of California.
Exactly. So too, I was like, what am I going to be able to do now? So I just got to relax because things are going to get worse, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I was like, okay. You know, and I told him, I was like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Just get yourself on my shoes. Like, you wouldn't like anybody to go into your house and kill any of your animals that you have.
Right. I actually heard them trying to say, oh, well, it's the only way we got.
Yeah, that's what he said. That this is the only way we pay to do this. And trust me, I love animals. I raise chickens and stuff like that. I was like,
Yeah, he raises chickens, yet he's killing chickens.
exactly. I was like, still, you're not getting my point. Or my son's like, how am I gonna tell my son? My son is here. I was like, really? You know? But I was like, well, yeah. My daughter, she's like, oh, like, don't even stress. She's like, I didn't say anything because he went by himself. I was like, you need to go to the store. He went to the store.
Well, he's old enough to be left on his own.
So, but she was all stressed. Like, don't even stress. She's about to give birth next month.
All right, man. Thank you. I appreciate you for allowing me to come back here.
Yeah, so I just wanted you to see if they think they have rights or, they have any excuse. I don't think there is any.
No, there's not. It was a decent sized gap between each cage. Each individual bird was separated.
They were completely separate. We had one in each cage. Chickens were separate. I think there were 2 chickens separated too. Okay, mi amor. Con cuidado, ¿you okay? Yeah. You okay? Yeah.
Estoy mareando ahorita, pero ahí
¿Estás mareando? No.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, y'all, just a quick wrap up before I actually take off and try to find out where they went next. Homeowner wasn't present. A 19-year-old daughter was. A 12-year-old son. The homeowner, who is the lady you heard speaking, was actually the bird owner. CDFA did not bother to wait to make contact with her and speak to her about her birds. They pretty much had the 19-year-old daughter sign under pretty much a bully tactic and scare tactic, pretty much telling her that sign it or we're coming in anyway. And me, 19 years old, being taught by, I'm sure, her mother, who I would assume raised her kids like most of us, we're taught to respect law enforcement. We're taught to obey law enforcement. So as CHP was here, she probably felt that, like her mother raised her, that she had to obey what they wanted. As you can see, the birds were separated, individual cages. So there was approximately about a 1.5 to 2 foot gap between cages, so there was no way they could contact each other. We saw her on film or on video show up. Her son contacted her, pretty much hysterical, worried about them killing other animals. They had actually a small miniature potbelly pig on the property. We saw in the cage. Cute little thing. It couldn't have been much bigger than my hand. I mean, it was tiny. The birds that they kept being kept together or separated, the other birds that she kept referring to, were actually baby chicks. They had 10 baby chicks here as well. It's been confirmed they had 10 baby chicks that were euthanized. They had 9 birds that were euthanized, and they took 11 eggs. Again, this was on Charles Street in the city of Mariloma. They entered the property pretty much with bully on together Chris's way. They pulled into their own driveway. They used bully tactics. They actually had a fairly nice yard. I'm getting choppy, I don't know why. I can see myself choppy. They actually had a fairly nice yard. It was fairly large. Again, they had birds were separated. They were not, no way they can contact each other. So, with that being said, the birds here were euthanized. Technically, they're going to argue that an adult was present and an adult signed the paperwork, even though the fact that the daughter was not the owner of the birds. So they actually, technically, that contract is null and void because it's not the bird owner. Not only that, they did not even bother to notify the bird owner how many birds were killed. They didn't bother to tell how many birds were killed. They didn't tell them how many eggs were taken, nothing. Yeah, I got choppy there for a minute, Michael. I don't know why. I got real choppy even on my end. So, again, the location is over with. They've actually left. They left probably approximately 15 minutes ago. I'm going to try to find out where they went. Just pretty much, hopefully I drive around town and I run into them. It's not exactly a real big town. I'm probably going to go by the location yesterday because we are not far from it with the ducks to make sure they didn't do a sneak attack on them. So that's really about it for this location. Like I said, the homeowner wasn't present. A 19-year-old daughter was, who was pretty much bullied into signing paperwork by them telling her, you sign it or we're coming on property anyway. So they pretty much just intimidated her into complying. The son, the 12-year-old son, called the mother hysterical. The mother was at work, called her, she showed up, is not happy the birds were killed. They were healthy. Jenna, I don't believe there was actually a warrant served. She was not aware of a warrant. It's pretty much, they just intimidated her into allowing them onto the property with the standard BS lines they feed most people. So I don't even think they actually did the warrant. I actually, on video, I don't know if you all noticed or not, but there was a large section of feathers on the ground. Yeah, but to my knowledge, there was no search warrant. To my knowledge, they came in and just bullied the young lady, the 19-year-old daughter, into allowing them access. This is what it sounds like by the mother, what the mother told me, that she was just pretty much bullied into it, into complying with CDFA and CHP. So with that being said, I'm actually going to go out and look for him. Take care of yourself,
take care of your friends, take care of your families. Definitely take care of your animals. And I'll say it myself. I have tennis shoes. I just always forget to grab them. Actually, I couldn't find them this morning, so that's why I don't have them with me today. If you have birds, get them out if they're healthy. CDFA will come in and kill them. If this place is not proof of that, I don't know what is. As you can see on the video, they were separated by, like I said, 1.5 feet to 2 foot section. Lisa, that's actually where I'm going right now. As soon as I sign off here, that's where I'm going to head to, as I am approximately about a half mile from that location, from the duck house. So y'all take care of yourself, be good to each other, till we see each other again. God bless.